everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about something very important that you need to keep in mind whenever you're setting up any type of your survival preps. Be right back. And as I said, we're going to be talking about something, natural resources. Alright, so no matter where you live, you're going to have some type of natural resource at your fingertips. You know, if you live somewhere where there's where it rains a lot, not like here because we don't get that much rain here. We got a lot last week, but that's about it. But if you live somewhere where there's ample rainfall, then you have access to fresh rainwater. So you can build elaborate rain collection systems so that you can take advantage of that rain. So that's going to save you in the long run on money, because even if you're just using it, not even for drinking, but if you're using it to water your crops when you need to water it, if you live somewhere there's enough rain, then your crops are going to probably get enough rain to provide for themselves anyway. But even here in the desert, right? I know you were thinking, what kind of natural resource do you have in the desert? I mean, it's dirt, there's not much water. But we have sun. And so that's something that you can take advantage of because of the sun, and with technological advances. 10, 20 years ago, it wasn't as good, but if you think about it now, you can get almost anything powered through solar. My lights in the front, my security lights, they're solar powered. They charge up enough that they run overnight, and they're motion sensors, so it's not like they're just turned on. You can have them like that, but we have it on motion sensor, so the batteries recharge during the day, and then whenever someone walks into the house, a dog, a cat, a person, the lights come on. When we get home at night, the lights come on. So that's something to really take in mind. So with that being said, we talk about this new product that I just picked up. As you can see in the back here, we have our bucket garden, because again, the ground here, while I'm going to work on it, it's not really designed to be putting crops in. I mean, you can, but especially where I'm at, I mean, you can out here. There's places I've seen that have really nice gardens. But for me, there's a lot of concrete because I live like right in the middle of the urban area. So, I got the buckets. But the thing is, though, watering these things is kind of a hassle, because if you overwater them, like my tomatoes, I don't know if you can see, but the tomatoes are a little bit wilty because they're kind of overwatered because we have a lot of rain. But then the sun's up, it's going to dry up. But pick this up. Now we're going to open this up here. Now this is a really cool system. I've been meaning to get it set up here, but basically what we have here is a solar drip system. And so first you got your instruction booklet. It came with 10 spikes and I believe 10 tees. Basically you got spikes and tees, and the spikes, you put them down so it drips water into where the roots are. So, and that's really good because you don't put too much water into your dirt. You get just enough to keep the roots active, so your plant stays hydrated throughout the heat of the day. So you're not overwatering them, and you're not putting water on the top where you're wasting water because it's evaporating. So it's really good. We do have I got the list here. Hold on. So we have all right. I thought it told me like the length and everything, but let's see here. I guess it does not. Okay, yeah, here we go. So we have 10 of the stakes, 10 of the T-joints. We have 10 meters of tubing. We have this right here. This is a water filter. So it filters your water before it goes out. So if there's any sediment in your water, and this is something else I am going to set up here, although it's going to be a little bit not as effective as other places, but it's all right. Then we have a ground stake, which we may or may not use. Probably not, because I want to make sure that I get ample sun. So we do have a roof mount, so we can screw this into the roof. So we can screw it up over the sunshade, and we can have our solar panel up there. We do have our solar panel with our power cord. It is water resistant. Then we still have the mounting screws here, right? So yeah, we got the manual. We got 2 screws, the ground stake, the drip stakes, 10, T-joints 10 meters of tubing, 1 water filter, 1 water level sensor, and 1 solar controller. And so basically how this is going to really help out is because, hold on just a second, it's all back in the box. But when I get this all completely set up, I plan on getting one of those large Rubbermaid or whatever they're, but the not the ones with the wheel, but just a big trash can. The ones that have, well, here I have one similar. Hold on just a second. You want one with one of these type lids here, because basically what we're going to do is we're going to attach it on the top of the trash can. We'll drill a hole over on this side to put our water filter and our tubing in, so we can suck the water out, and then we'll drill some holes in this section here, so that when it does rain, we'll be able to catch what rain that does come down, because sometimes it does come down pretty hard. And we get a lot of rain when it does rain. We get these horrible monsoons, but we'll be able to collect water that way. We'll also put a hole in there so that we can put a water hose in and we can fill it up. And so that way we can fill up the trash can, and then we can constantly water these guys throughout the day. And it has, I believe, it has 6 timers. So, shit, I just put it right here. So you can have it go off up to 6 times a day. And so we can just, every couple hours, we can have it run for like 5 minutes and just put some water in the water near the roots. Then a couple hours later, put a little bit more, 5 more minutes of water at the roots. And it's going to help these stay healthier, stronger. They're going to be more resistant to the heat and the sun. And the other nice thing is that if you do forget, and that's something else, it has an alarm that goes off if the water level is low. That's what that sensor's for. So it'll beep if the water's low. So you don't even have to check it that often. You know, it'll tell you. But another good thing is, let's say that you have to work long hours, you know, because like I'll work like on Saturdays, I work all day. So like, because tomorrow I'll be working all day long. However, with this system here, I don't have to get up and worry about watering my poor plants. The system will water it for me, and it'll keep it properly, hydrated. It's a great way. But not only that, we're taking advantage of a huge natural asset, and that's the sun. If you live somewhere where there's a lot of sun, you really need to maximize your solar output. I do plan on getting some solar panels and working on making a solar power bank. Maybe not this year, but definitely next year, when finances are a little bit more ironed down. I still got a lot of stuff that I do have to pay for this year, but once we're all caught up, I do plan on doing that. And I want to, when we get my new office built in the back, which essentially we're gonna get one of those really nice sheds. I'll make that my new office. So everything I have in that little tiny room, we're gonna move out there. We're gonna have more room, more storage space. Probably be able to make ample videos. My larger dog, who can't be near the small dogs, he'll be there with me. So you guys will get to see my big dog. He's not too big. She's about this tall, but you'll be able to see Midnight again. I plan on, eventually, what I want to do is I want to make that place completely solar operated. So whether it's laptops, lights, the cameras, anything is going to be run off of solar, because to be honest, we have sun at least 360 days out of the year. Here, it's always sunny. We do have some days where it's overcast, but I mean, not 360, but we probably do have about 340 to 350 days of bright sun. Like even during the winter time, bright sun. We probably get about 20 to 25 days a year where it's like overcast to the point where the solar is not going to be that adequate. But we plan on building a solar power bank because it is a natural resource that we can harness and we can use to the best of our advantage. Because the less I'm paying on electricity, the more I can pay on water. the more I can pay on, getting, food stores built up, buying ammunition, the stuff that we need to spend money on. And so it's taking advantage of those natural resources is so incredibly important. All right, but that's it. Once we get this solar, once I get my solar drip system set up, we'll go through that with you, and we'll see how that works. But until next time, keep prepping.